Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Divided We Fall. Um, I'm here to. I did a few probably a 4 or 5 part series when about a month or so from the end of the fires through that month, which was a few months ago now. And I figured it would be time to check in and see what's going on because also I wanted to again, like I've always done in all of my videos, I live in California and I was affected by the California fires, and they were also directed energy weapons. And as far as and that's been proven. And as far as the Maui fires, I think you all, as soon as I saw it, the day I saw it, I knew that it was done by directed energy weapons. And I'm sure you know, you people in Maui and people around the world who have even perused any of the evidence of what we're able to get, it was obviously a due weapon, directed energy weapon. Anyway, let me get into this. I made this, I really like what you call it, my page here that I made for the beginning of it. So, and it's true, man. I still cannot figure out where the children are. I can't figure out how many. I can't get a death count. I can't get anything on the wildfire on the fires in Maui. To this day, I can't get numbers. They're just hoping and letting it go away and let everyone start thinking about the election, and here we go into the holidays. Remember that those people in Hawaii, in Maui, they don't have a holiday. They don't have a house. They don't have a fucking kitchen table to make a turkey. They don't have it. And if you guys can, just if you can give anything. I don't have a lot. I gave $5. That's all I had, and that's all I could afford. But I just felt like I needed to do something. I also am doing these videos because I have, even though my channel's small and I only have a few hundred subscribers, I do get, I can at least get some more information out. Also, because I documented the California wildfires in Paradise and Santa Rosa, and which were, I believe, in 2021. So anyway, also I wanted to tell you guys, and you can look this up, or maybe we'll go over it right now, because I'm pretty much, I'm recording this. We're not live, but I'm recording it, so it's kind of like live. So I have a few things that I wanted to show, but I also, that just reminded me, I want to show this very bizarre fire that happened in Los Angeles, in the city, on the 110, and specifically underneath. And it was an arson. Yes, they said it wasn't. It was committed by an arson, and it was committed by a single person. Like, how in the fuck they know that? I don't know. Like, okay, but they don't have it. They didn't arrest anybody. but it was like they just had pallets and pallets stacked up and fuel. Like they said the pallets, and then there was chemicals under there. It's like and there was a lot of homeless people living under there that unfortunately perished. And so I just think, and the whole bridge almost came down, this gigantic freeway, and I'll hook up to that story too. So let's get started. I just wanted to show off my new, I have a few different ones that I did for Maui and for some other things. Anyway, let's get on with it. So I'm just going to sit here and talk forever, and I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go. Okay, so in Google, and also bear with me, you guys, because my computer has been giving me a lot of fucking problems. Excuse my language. Okay, here's a couple real quick. I wanted to show you about a couple different things that have to do with the California and Maui fires. Okay, here we go. So this is from California.
A haunting but mesmerizing scene from the wildfires in Sonoma County. A man came across this tree burning from the inside out. Matthew McDermott was driving around looking for escape routes as multiple fires closed in on the area he was in. The tree appears to be hollowed out by embers and flames.
I guess that was fast.
Good morning and welcome to Rising. Thanks for tuning in. We've got another great show for you today.
God, sorry about that, guys. Okay, let's check this out. This is Lahaina.
They checked every box of why. A little bit interesting is over here you've got this cotton hammock, right, with holes in it. It's perfectly fine. And then next to that you have a outdoor swing that's being hung by this nylon strap, would you say?
Yep.
Nylon strap is looking good. And then there's another kind of ratty-tatty, maybe chair or something. That doesn't look like it burned either. And all these trees are intact. But you want to know what's really interesting? Look at this tree. Now, this tree didn't burn. What's going on the inside of the tree? You can clearly see it was burning from the inside, right? Is that pretty obvious right there?
Yeah.
I mean, the tree is not burned, right? There's literally still fruit hanging from the tree or burned up, whatever. It's not fruit.
Tree.
What is it?
Noni tree.
There's a noni tree, but it is burned on the inside. So what causes, in the comments section, what causes a tree to burn from the inside? And then you've got this nice, not nice, but you got a sawhorse, that you call it, Ed?
Yep.
Sawhorse with some 2x4s or 2x6s.
Made out of wood.
Made out of wood, and some, what are those, 4x4s or?
Plastic. I think let me see.
I think those are all wood.
Oh, it's a 4x4 wood.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all good, right? But yet on both sides of this you have a house that's completely melted and cinder blocks that are melted, and you have cotton. And Jeremy mentioned this in his video that we did right after the fire, but things that didn't burn that you would think with the level of heat, would have burned. Because one of the interesting things is whenever I show something that burned that doesn't make sense, like a car that melts, everyone just goes, oh, it was an ember. Okay, let's just throw a bunch of embers on a car and see if it catches fire. But there had to be enough embers flying around, you would think, to incinerate the tree and the cotton and all these things. If there's embers that can melt cars everywhere,
Yep.
you would think it would melt that as well. So in the comments, let me know what you guys think, because I think there's something fishy. Something fishy's going on in Lahaina. What do you think, Ed? Is something fishy going on around here?
Yes.
Yeah, no question,
This was
right?
our chicken coop. It went from here all the way to the other side to the tree.
And of course, you're world famous for saving your chickens because you live with them in your van for how many nights?
5 days, I think it was.
5 days and nights, you live with 30
Yep.
chickens.
Yep.
Wow.
And I still produced a few eggs.
Yeah.
So did you cook them up in the morning in your
We
van?
didn't have anything to cook
Nothing
them
to cook
with.
them on, right? So just raw,
Yeah.
calcium and all.
Yeah.
I have friends of mine that do that. They eat
Oh,
the
yeah.
chicken and the shells.
Yeah.
That's wild, huh? So just to give you guys a little perspective of where we're at, right across the street we have Lahaina roads, and then some of the burned out homes, and then directly across, you'll see this if you come to Lahaina, you'll see this metal structure, and right across from there is the end of Front Street and the chart house, and where the infamous roadblock and all the choke point happened right there. Do you know, Ed, if anything has come out of that whole conversation over? I mean, I
No,
haven't heard
but
much. Is it?
Haven't heard any comments out of it. No details, names, who told the policeman to blockade us into a burning street. We've heard nothing.
And by the
Crickets.
way, just so you guys know, I think more people should do this, is you can submit a request for information with any government agency for under the Freedom of Information Act, and I have requested the radio transmissions between the police officers and the command officer at the time and dispatch for this area. And I sent that in and I requested it, and I got a response. And what do you think the response says? They checked every box of why they are potentially exempt from having to share that information.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I guess the more people that we get asking for information like that, then the stronger case that can be made for them violating their requirement to disclose that information. Because it's not just Freedom of Information Act, which is under the federal agencies, but there's a UIAP, which is for state agencies. So I encourage everybody to just Google Hawaii Freedom of Information Act. You'll see a brochure that's a PDF, and at the very beginning of that, it says it is basically the responsibility of individuals to hold the government accountable, and that's why we need access to this information. And the whole democracy hinges on the fact that the citizens have access to that information. Like our government, our way of life, our very democracy depends on them giving us this type of information to hold accountable, to find out what happened. But if they don't do it, if they come up with excuses, or if they charge $25,000 to do it, then that's obviously, this can take place. But
Yes.
share that information and become activated to the best of your ability to help people like Ed and Michelle, because if you don't, guess what? You're next.
Yep.
You're next. Or someone in your family is next, or another fellow citizen is next. Someone's next. That this doesn't stop with Lahaina.
Nope.
They're hoping you're just going to forget. But
Well, I think they're hoping we'll move.
oh yeah, they hope you move. So if you were to just give us a sketch of what's your goal? What do you want to do? Do you want to stay in Lahaina?
We want to stay.
You
yes.
wanna stay?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think you'll be able to stay?
We are hoping we can stay.
Yeah.
We're not
It
100%.
changes daily. We don't know.
We're not 100% sure. I mean, just the sewer alone could force us out of here.
Yeah, 100,000.
Oh, this is live right across the street from my house. Freaking power line just went down. I hear a pop coming from across the street. As soon as I hear the pop, all I heard is like electrical, like bzzz, going on the ground there. Look, there's the power line right there. See them right there. That's the power line that started from up the road there. And all of that is still burning. From there, to me, it simulated a fuse, like somebody lit a fuse for a firework. And it just followed a straight line all the way up to the pole where the thing was, and it landed in a bigger pile of dry grass, and that just ignited. You get all this wind blowing, and now you get a fire. That was fuel, and just in a matter of minutes, that whole place was just engulfed. They came up with a water truck, started dousing it, had another couple local construction companies brought up their water tankers, just also helped and assist and just knocking down the fire. Hey, heads up, the line is live on the ground right there. I sent my family away already. Thank you. We thought it was all contained. And then from there, just went ahead about our day, thinking that it was all done. Unbeknownst that later on that afternoon, the winds just continued to just smoke the whole day. And I guess that's what just fueled the restarting. Yeah, I'm happy that it was out there for them to see. And a lot of them got warning when they saw the Facebook Live. Maybe it'll bring closure to some of the families, answer some of the questions, help determine what was the start.
I'm on the island of Hawaii, an idyllic destination for honeymooners, Hollywood blockbusters, and now Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg's own private sanctuary.
But there's a dark side to this paradise that Zuckerberg has brought to light. A century-long battle over land that began when American plantation owners overthrew the Hawaiian kingdom.
So now a billionaire comes in with his money, doing it by force, removing people out of their land.
We see these sort of things going on every day where what little land that was left for us now is up for grabs.
This is a rock wall Zuckerberg built around his 700-acre property. And just to give you some perspective here, you could fit more than 500 football fields inside.
It's one thing to want to protect your property. It's another when Native Hawaiians like Shannon Buckner still own pieces of your land.
So the land that you own is just across this fence right here?
Yes.
But Mark Zuckerberg has put up this wall and fence and it says no trespassing?
Yeah.
What would happen if you tried to go over there?
I'll get arrested for trespassing.
Even though it's your land?
Yep.
Shannon is among countless Native Hawaiians who own inherited lands called kuleana, which means responsibility. Individual parcels can sometimes be small, but they're owned collectively and are meant to ensure Native ownership in perpetuity. The problem is, kuleana lands are passed down through the generations without a will or deed. The lack of paper trail means some descendants don't even know they own land. Other times, under a complicated legal system called quiet title, a buyer like Zuckerberg can
Wildfires in Maui kills more than 100 people.
Everything, it's like 3 months ago. There's no new footage. I can't find anything, you guys. You saw me just scroll through that. I can't find anything. So I'm just bringing you what I
burned thousands of acres across the island. In the aftermath of the fires, some social media posts hinted at a conspiracy, claiming the homes of some celebrities, including Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos, and former President Obama, were somehow miraculously spared from the destruction. One Verify viewer reached out to us on verifythis.com to ask if this really happened. So let's verify. Our sources are NASA, the County of Maui, Google Maps, Maui real estate firm Sales Team, and local news reports. Here's a map of where the Maui wildfires broke out, which shows the most damage in the central and western parts of the island. So where do those celebrities have homes? Oprah owns various properties in Maui, including a home in Kula, located here, several miles from the nearest fire. Jeff Bezos' home is even further away, over here. And if you're looking for Obama's property, you'll have to go to a different island, Oahu. So, no, Celebrity homes were not miraculously spared from the Maui wildfires because they weren't near the fires to begin with. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Let's check out this drone capture real quick. And again, just think about it. Like, why are all the trees not burnt, but yet the cars are melted? The cement is melted. Look at that. It looks like a fucking nuclear bomb hit right there. That's insanity. And where is the stuff that was in the house? Where are the people? They still cannot find those fucking kids. 2,000 some kids, and then there's still like, I don't know, a few hundred adults missing. Look at that. That looks like a fucking bomb went off, man. That's ridiculous. Is that usually what a wildfire does? Come on, man. Trying to say it's a fucking forest fire. Look at this shit. Look at that truck. Look at this. Yeah, that's some bushes on fire did that. Like, and what is this all? Oh, I guess I can move it around a little. Is this all? What is this white shit? I guess that's the building itself, just like in the Twin Towers. Look, it's flat though. Like, it is flat. It's like the Twin Towers, how it just fell within itself, right? They wanted that land, and they were gonna get it one way or another, and they sure as fuck got it. All the Mark Zuckerberg, The Rock, Oprah, and there's a few others that own land, big plots of land there, and none of them got touched. Whether you wanna, however you wanna look at it. People, rich people were looking to acquire the lands that were burnt. So there's that, you know. And now they're going, it was tribal land. It could not be bought. It was in a like a tribal trust. It can't be sold, can't be bought. It's the people that live there, the native Pacificers, or what, Pacific Islanders, the Hawaiian natives that own that. It's like, you know, a reservation, Indian reservation here in America. You know, it's their land. They can't, you know, they can't buy or sell it. They don't. It's just theirs. So the only way these people could get a hold of it, because, you know, they had these conferences for these electric cities in Hawaii every November up until when this happened. And 2023, they wanted to build the first smart city. Pure, everything is in on itself. Everything, it's self-fulfilling. And they wanted to use Lahaina. They wanted to use Maui. So, you know, all these, the people with money that wanted to get in on it, Silicon Valley, you know, like with Mark Zuckerberg and all them, they put in, they bought as much land as they could, and since they couldn't buy the rest, allegedly they burnt it down so that they could acquire it. It's fucked up, man. Anyway, let's see. This is kind of lame. just there. It's fucked up to even look at, really. So let's see what else they got here going on. There was another video I really wanted to show you guys. So let's see. Let's see if I can find it. Land grab. Let's see. How did the Maui... So yeah, the Maui fire was 2023. Oh yeah, the California fires were 2021. Let's see, how many people died in the Maui wildfires? Sorry too, my fucking computer. I spilled apple juice on the fucking keyboard and shit sucks. It's been over 2 months since Maui was ravaged by deadly wildfires. Let's see, is this a video? The remains of a neighborhood destroyed by wildfires in Lahaina, August 16th. Okay, it's been over 2 months since Maui, since the fires. The search for a victim presses on still, and the names of the dead people have slowly emerged. They have identified 97 people. Give me a break. Becoming the country's deadliest wild. Yeah, nothing's adding up. Here's the 90 victims. There's a lot more than that. How many are missing? That's what I want to know. Ooh, that's a cool gift, huh? Whatever it is, it looks pretty cool. Okay, wildfires in Hawaii victims. Let's see if there's a... I don't even want to use New York Times because they fucking lie and okay, here, let's do it on this. Missing in Maui fire. Let's see how many children. Millions according to the AP wire, thousands of children are not missing in Maui. Claim thousands of children are following the deadly wildfires in Maui. Are missing following. Did you see the whole school bus thing that I showed on one of my... Anyway, there was a bunch of buses missing. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, missing children. Citing the need to return missing children to safe and loving homes, the Department of Human Services, DHS, is asking anyone with information about the whereabouts of these children to call local police departments. The public is asked to check this website periodically for updates of the list of missing children. So they're saying the public is asked to check it, ongoing basis. It's not limited to contacting the police, last known caretaker, and service provider, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't... There's pages of them, man. That's nothing. And they're downplaying it. Like, you just do. Of course they are. So I thought no children were missing. Everyone's accounted for. Why is there pages of them doing it? Why do they want you to call in? It's fucked up, man. It's wrong. It just doesn't even sit right with me, you know? Look at this, you guys. On September 11th, 9/11/2023, they put out, the Hawaii Department of Education says the number of students listed as missing or killed in the Lahaina fire is so small that releasing it it's too small to release. Look at this, you guys. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, so this is on September 11th, 2023, 9/11. Hawaii officials, they say, number of students missing, killed in Maui fires is, quote, too small to release. Parents demanded more transparency from education officials at a meeting Thursday. I mean, wouldn't you think they know if their kids are missing? 500 families in its system in more than a month after the disaster that killed at least 115 people and displaced thousands. Education officials have faced a groundswell of anger following the August 8th fire that razed entire blocks. At a meeting on Maui last month, many families from Lahaina expressed concerns over plans to relocate students and the timing for reopening campuses. And as far as they said, superintendent said the department knows the whereabouts and education plans of most of the some 3,000 students who had been enrolled in Lahaina before the fire. He said 907 of them have enrolled in the state's distant learning program, and 782 have enrolled in the other public schools. Nearly 345 students are now enrolled in charter schools, private schools, or have withdrawn. So let's add that up. 907, you're looking at about 2,000. So there's 1,000 students still missing. And 345 of the ones that are supposedly found are now enrolled in charter schools, private schools, or have withdrawn. So there's over 1,000 students missing. We are actively reaching out to contact families for the remainder of students who have not yet enrolled for an option, knowing that some may have moved out of state or paused their children's education for the time being. Trying to reach the families. After the meeting, Department of Education spokeswoman, Colonani, said the department has not heard back from 463 families that it has tried to call. What are they going to answer the fucking phone at? They don't have any houses. 32 families that still have not been called as the department works its way down its list of phone numbers, she said. She also explained why the department has not released the number of those believed to have died or who remain missing. For students, we can't release their identities or numbers right now because the N size is so small. The N size is too small. If we said it, we'd be in effect identifying them, she said. N size is a term used to describe a small subset of students. What the fuck are they talking about? That is absolutely bizarre. You guys, I don't know what to make of this. This is absolutely fucking bizarre. There's over 1,000 children missing. And they don't want to release the amount of killed or missing from the fires because it's too small to release. Yet they just said in the article that there's over 1,000 that are missing. What the fuck? Oh my god. Anyway, remember this came out on 9/11/2023. So, there you go, guys. Really pray for these children. Pray for Maui. I'm gonna go through some things and I'll do another update soon, okay? Alright, you guys. Divided we fall. I'm out. Late.